what's up dudes here? So that was Ricci Rucker, one of the baddest dudes to ever touch a turntable. The reason I put Ricci Rucker at the start of this is because I have rediscovered the Ever, which is like this document that has all these amazing scratches on, and back in the day it was kind of a thing that helped share the scratch knowledge when people were a bit more secretive about sharing scratch knowledge, basically. But yeah, I'm just gonna choose one of the easier techniques today from the Ever, the sticker method, which is basically a way of learning flares and kind of learning to get your clicks down. I remember using it back in the day. It's a training tool essentially, and it will help you kind of get your clicks in the right place when you're learning flares for the first time. So yeah, if you're liking what I'm doing at the moment, please like and subscribe. That's super useful to me, and stay safe, y'all. Yo, okay, so like most ideas, it is a simple one. Basically, the idea is to use stickers to act as a guide so that you know when to click and when to turn the record. So we got red and we got blue stickers here. You can use any color obviously, but I'm just going to stick with the ones that they use in the Ever. We're going to find the start of the sound, which is obviously the R sound in this occasion. So yeah, there's the start of the R sound. We're going to put a blue sticker. Boom, boom. There's your blue sticker. Then we're going to find the end of the sample, and we're going to put a sticker there as well. Yeah, that's close enough. And then, depending on how many clicks you want to be learning, you're going to put a sticker for each click. So we're going to start with one click flares. So let's just put that in the middle. Okay, simple enough. So start of the sound, end of the sound, and then where we're going to put the click. What exactly do I mean by a click, and what does Ricci Rucker mean by a click? It just means that. Turn the fader off and then back on as quickly as possible. You want to really make that one movement. This is why you're practicing it really, to get the muscle memory down. So when you think, oh, I need to do a click, you just go, chup, and you do it so often that it just becomes one movement rather than two. We're going to do a click here. Every time the record passes there, we are going to click. Yeah, and then we're going to stop the record in line with this blue one, and that means change direction. So we're going to pull back again, and then on the way back, we're going to do another click there. Yeah, stop again and change direction. Click, stop, change, click, stop, change, click, stop, change. Yeah, simple as that really. That's all a flare is, it's just a baby getting split in half each time to make the number of sounds double. I always think it sounds like Pac-Man. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. But yeah, it basically means that with the same amount of movements, you're getting twice as many sounds. And it kind of changes the flow of the way things work a lot. You'll see, once you start playing with them, you'll see that the flow is completely different, and it allows you to do different things, and that's why they're cool. I wouldn't recommend learning these until after you've got your basics sorted. So what do I mean by the basics? Obviously I mean like transformers, forward scratches, tears, chirps, all that kind of thing. Get those nailed before you start learning this, because if not, it's completely different movement. It's a completely different way of thinking. So unless you've got those nailed, there's no point learning this. It's like a massive mistake which people make. They try and rush ahead and learn flares before they're ready, and then they have to come back to them later on to kind of brush up on their basics. And it's something that I did, and I just see it all the time. And it's like, you can do so much with just the basic scratches. You could basically, there's endless combinations. So like, why rush ahead and like hamper your development by learning flares too early? So yeah, this is like a kind of like an intermediate level scratch, I would say. Don't get in there too early. So yeah, just start slow like any other scratch, and then just do this a billion times until you can just do it without thinking. It's obviously going to feel unnatural at first, like any new scratch always does. As I say, make that one movement. So the way I do it is just sort of flick my thumb and then give it a little nudge. Obviously I've got the fader on as fast as cutting, and like if you hit it with your thumb, it almost bounces back, and you barely have to touch it to nudge it back. But yeah, it's just try and make that one movement. If not, just do it with your wrist, that's fine, but just get that quick. Yeah, it sounds like Pac-Man. Like, if you know you're doing it right when it sounds like Pac-Man, it's like waka 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 waka. That's one-click flares. Oh no, I'm going to put on a different colour sticker just for shits and giggles. Let's do the yellow. So same thing, change the direction and then a click. I mean, when you start doing it faster, I don't really know if I'm going to be hitting those. I've kind of got it to a point where I just do that and it's just one movement. But this is obviously just a training tool. So when you first start, you're going to have to be thinking about it much more using like the kind of conscious part of your brain to do it. I've done it so many times, I've got it to the unconscious part of my brain. But, you know, when you're starting, this is a really helpful tool to just sort of help you. That's the stick method. I think it's a cool method. I definitely used it when I was like learning these scratches and it really helped. It depends how much you practice. Once you've got the muscle memory down, you're not going to need these anymore and the clicks will become probably closer. They're like probably might, you know, everyone's got a different style when it comes to clicks and mine probably go quite close. And I probably move the record less distance, you know. As I say, don't learn flares too early. I think that's a big mistake that most people make. Get your basics. I can't stress that enough. Like, it's a huge, huge thing. And like, you can do anything with the basics. It's like, they're the basics. They're the foundation scratches. You can do millions of things with just those scratches.